This will be a quick update, but I just want to let you all know and keep you all updated with the news and what's been going on. Lately, there's been a lot of talk about meteors and the meteors that we're seeing in Europe and the meteors that we're spotting. Now, it's interesting that they're showing this around this time because this is 3 years following the meteor that was seen in Russia, or the so-called meteor. Now, these meteors, we know they don't come from outer space. We know they don't come from this world, and we know that they're just using this as propaganda for a more sinister, nefarious agenda. I will let you know what that agenda is. But these so-called meteors could be one of two things. One, they could definitely be light beams that they're just projecting through holographic imaging and technology to make it look like it's from out of this world, but really it's just technology that they're using in the sky coming to a sky near you. And two, it could be, and whether you believe it or not, it could be the fallen angels as well. What are they trying to do? They're getting ready for what? Project Bluebeam. I'm going to link my Project Bluebeam video below, but I'm telling you this and keeping you updated because what is the propaganda? Why are you seeing so many lights and fireballs in the sky? And why are you starting to see more of this increase more and more? It seems as though there is an agenda being played here. We saw one in Italy and we saw one in France just this past week alone. And mind you, this is 3 years later since the so-called meteor we saw in Russia. Remember, what are they getting you ready for? What are they conditioning you for? They're conditioning you for the last card. They're getting ready for the so-called asteroid threat. That's the next threat that they're going to use for the so-called New World Order to get to merge as one world government and to merge as so to create the new world order. But to do that, they have to always make a threat. And notice they're going to turn the threat from rogue nations such as North Korea and Syria and other places that they choose. They're going to turn it from them and they're going to make it out of this world. They're going to make the threat become something that's not even a threat to begin with, just like war on terrorism and all the other hoaxes that they're trying to use. Now, of course, we know war is real. War does go on, but war is what? Staged and funded by the Jewish Zionists, just like this, because who are they getting ready for? The false Messiah. And remember, you've been hearing a lot about NASA announcing meteors and asteroids, and you've been hearing a lot about close flybys. I think a couple days ago they announced another flyby, and they announced another flyby of a so-called asteroid that was supposed to, that could have hit, that was on Christmas Eve as well as towards Thanksgiving. So you've been seeing the increase. The question is why? Why is NASA, why are they announcing all this when we know NASA is a fraudulent organization to begin with? But why are they announcing all of this? Because they're conditioning and getting your mind ready for what? For the so-called alien invasion, for the so-called asteroid threat. Project Bluebeam, they are getting you ready for the last card. They're getting you ready for the implementation of the New World Order and satanic one world government and one world religion. And the only way they can do that is through a so-called external threat, which is going to be a worldwide threat, or at least that's what they're going to try to make it into. They're conditioning us now and getting us ready and announcing all these boy who cried wolves of, oh, there's another flyby. Oh, it didn't hit this time. Oh, it didn't hit this time. But I can guarantee you they're getting ready for the actual one. It's only a matter of time until they announce that there's going to be some actual so-called meteor that's going to hit when we know better than that. We know that A, it's not going to be some meteor from some other out of this world. We know that B, it's not going to be some asteroid out of this world, but it's going to be controlled, staged, and manufactured by the same people who are manufacturing World War III and the economic collapse and everything else. We know that for a fact, and they're most likely going to target Puerto Rico. You can see that in the Illuminati card, and you can see that in a lot of film references as well. It seems that they are targeting Puerto Rico for some reason. For what? Because they're going to stage what? An asteroid there, and then what are they going to do? They're going to cause an earthquake and tsunamis there to do what? To make it so that what? There is tsunamis on the East Coast, total chaos and total destruction. So hopefully this will prepare you and get you ready, and hopefully you are seeing why why all the psyop, why all the mental psyop, why all the conditioning, and why it's happening at a time like this. It's the calm before the storm. So hopefully you're seeking Yahuwah and his true son Yahusha, that all may be well with you. I just wanted to give you all this quick update, and I'll leave the links below so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. And even just Google search NASA asteroid and asteroid flybys, and you'll see just how many so-called flybys have happened within the past couple of weeks and years. So hopefully this will help you all out. And remember, get ready. Do not be fooled when Project Bluebeam hits, when it hits. But hopefully this will help you. This is Truth Unveiled here. Shalom.